Shalom to everyone. I'll read Parsha Tetzaveh. Like last Parsha, we see like how was the Mishkan built, and like how are the instructions were like given out. And in this time, now it's like a bit different, because God commanding first of all the children of Israel about the olive oil, which is like the menorah, like to eat every day, like from the evening until the morning. Aaron was the jobs, and about the Kohanim actually, like they were chosen for important jobs actually. And like another thing, also the priestly garments what the Kohanim had to wear when they were serving in the sanctuary. Hoshen, the Hoshen is important also. It was containing 12 precious stones, like 12 different stones, and inside with the names of the 12 tribes. So we know all the 12 tribes of Israel. And I have also some picture like how this looks like. Example, the Hoshen. See, that's how the Hoshen looks like. And also some other photos. The Hoshen, like it was on the breast, like how they wore. See? And then the Kohen Gadol 8 vestments, see? On the part. This is a photo, a little bit easier to imagine. But we will focus now on chapter 29, and we start from Pasuk 44. Vakishati et ohel moed, ve'et hamizbeah, ve'et aharon, ve'et panav, hakadesh lechachen li. So I sanctified the tent of meeting and the altar, and I will consecrate Aaron and his son to serve me as priests. So as we see what we spoke about, like how the important job that how they have like they are like different like the other people, because they have like many other things like what they have to serve, like in the Mishkan. And after we see like later like many other things that they have to do different things. Pasuk 45. Ve'shakanti betoch bnei Israel ve'haiti lachem leolechim. I will abide among the Israelites and I will be their God. So what does it mean like I will be their God? Because before like I was not God to bnei Israel. Then does mean not. It's even as giving like explaining. I will dwell. Scripture this say how God's glory will dwell among the children of Israel when the standard will be set up. 4 standards were set up on the 4 sides. Additionally, there was a separation between the camp of the Levites. Like we see, like there was a separation temple of the Levites and the camp of the Israelites, and that's why they say like I will now be your God. Actually, before also was like our God, but just it's a different way. And because they came on 4 sides, there was another barrier beyond the barrier where the tent of meeting was placed among the children of Israel. Now, a person who experienced seminal emission did not have to leave the camp of Israel. Neither was there a place set aside beyond the border of the camp for a person to sit down. The commandment for a person who experienced seminal emission to leave the camp applied only to the camp of Israel when it went to war against the enemy. So when they had fight, the commandment went to goes forth in camp against those enemies. Similarly, it does not speak of the entire camp of Israel, men, women, and children. It is only males, and then only small number of them who sally out to wage war. Now, when the soldiers of Israel carried the ark with them, as Phinehas did, they were unable to set up barrier between themselves and the place of the ark. So that was actually like kind of the separation. And let's next pasuk 46, and we'll finish it here. Yadu ki ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzieti otam me'eretz Mitzrayim leshachni betocham ani Adonai Elohechem. So it's very famous. Everyone knows it. It's many times mentioned. And they shall know that I, the Lord, I am their God, who brought them out from the land of Egypt, that I might abide among them. I am the Lord, their God. So many of us are familiar with this pasuk. So the commentary from Rabbi Abaya, they shall know that I am Hashem, their God, who took them out of the land of Egypt to rest my presence amongst them. The verse means that the purpose of the Exodus was to bring about the God's Shekhinah would rest among the Jewish people. This is a perceived requirement by God's attribute of kavod, rather than as a requirement of the Jewish people. This is a mind-boggling concept, meaning that unless God's presence manifested itself among the Jewish people, his kingdom would not be visible amongst mankind. So expressed like on different way, the whole Exodus was orchestrated in order for the first of the 10 commandments. I am the Lord your God, etc., to be acknowledged by the Jewish people. This is the reason why the words Me'eretz Mitzrayim appear in the middle of this verse. So that's we also say like, how many men shall I bring you out of Egypt? We should remember, and we should also feel like we will have soon like a Pesach holiday, when we all of us should have a feeling like we've been also there, because we've been there on the past. Of course, not like now we were not living as a body, but our souls, we've been there, and we should also feel it, and we shouldn't forget, because there's lots of miracle happened there. And like nowadays people just like kind of like easily say there's a few thousand years ago, like who cares about it, like just nothing. Then the truth, it's really happened, and that was the reason also like Hashem wanted to show like Hashem, like who is Hashem, like to everyone see the truth, because the truth is important. Because if it's like they would just go out without all these things, then who would now remember like to bring out from Egypt, like to remember, like they wouldn't remember. That would be the thing, because people didn't want to do the mitzvot, didn't want to do anything. So it was a big process, and we are still now in the process of all this mitzvot. And wish everyone Shabbat Shalom from Eretz Israel.